as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're at a ball right now. It's crazy. It's loud. It's hectic. We're in New York City. But I want you to listen to No Holds Barred Network.
Enough is enough. They're always taking their sides, careless and plus and minus, they're divine.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the Queen of the Indies, the Heartbreak Chick, Tiffany. What is going on? And today I'm so excited. Women wrestling. Woo! one of my faves, Karen BamBam. What is going on?
Hey, boo! How you doing?
I'm so excited. I'm so
Me
excited
too.
for it. Good, get hype. We're gonna get hype. We're gonna have fun. I love it. So yeah, woo. We're gonna have like a dance party and all that stuff too.
Always.
Oh man. So guys, there's another episode of Under the Ropes. I interview promoters, wrestlers, anything, refs, anything. We get to sit, we get to chat. I love it. So yeah, Karen, you ready to get this party started?
Kind of. I'm like a little bit of a nervous person.
Nah.
I'm just like nervous energy because I'm like, even though I seem so like charismatic, I was like, no,
Nah, you're good. You're good. Nah, don't be nervous. We're gonna have fun. That's what it's all about, and I love it. So yeah. So I know you, of course. I mean, you're one of the wonderful ladies that I get to catch in like New York and New Jersey. So I love it. So for the people who don't know you, how did you become a professional wrestler?
My journey was a little bit of a late one. I wasn't the person I was like, oh, I knew I wanted to do this since I was 5 because like, I was a little bit of a shy kid and I didn't really talk a lot and I was in my books and, I've always been a bigger girl. So I would have never, in my mindset as a kid, thought that it was something I could do. Mm-hmm. But I got to a point like in my early 20s where, I just started getting more active and taking better care of myself. And I got back into wrestling after a break and I was like, yo, I think I could be done with this. Let me give it a shot. Let me see how it goes. And so I remember looking up like all these different places in New York to train. And I called around a few places and I got on the phone with Johnny Rods. Oh. And for some reason, something just clicked. Something told me to go. And I had a doctor's appointment. I was supposed to go to work. I had all this crap going, but I was like, oh, let me try to squeeze it in. I got on the train, got to the Dumbo, got lost for like an hour. I was literally walking around for like a whole hour, panicking. Caught a cab. Shit went around the corner and I was there.
Oh,
like,
wow.
My dumb ass, of course. Because Google Maps is trash. Like, it just tells you you're like going in the right direction. And then it's like, you're like 2 miles away. And I'm like, oh.
I hate that. It really is annoying. Fix your stuff.
Google, like, don't you own the earth? Like, aren't you like this big, like, evil corporation? Can you get a map right? Like, can I just get somewhere, please? Like, oh my God. But I spoke to him. I was in there for hours because anybody I know, Johnny, like, he'll talk to you. It's worth it to listen. And a lot of people don't listen to him, mm-hmm. But you'll be talking to him for a while. But there happened to be like a show that weekend. It was like the end of 2015. Went to the show and I was like, yep, I'm going to do it. And then I started the Monday after. And it was a long and interesting journey.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I did not know that about you. See, I love doing these interviews because I learn stuff as well. So I feel like I get all up close and personal. I get, it's like I fangirl a little bit. So I appreciate it. So, so what are? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You were gonna say something?
Oh no, I was just saying I appreciate you, girl.
I love it. I appreciate what you guys do. Like you put your bodies on the line, and it's just crazy. So I mean, I could never do it. So props to you. um, so what are so again, like for people that don't know you, what are some promotions that you've worked for?
I'm getting my start. I actually again started out at Johnny Rod, so I was mainly at WUW, which is the name of the promotion. And for about the past year, I've been expanding. So usually the main places you catch me at would be Intense Wrestling Alliance in Jersey, which you
I know.
see me at Bronx Wrestling
I love it.
Federation, Victory Pro Wrestling in Long Island.
Oh wow. See, that one I don't think I've been to. And I like live in Long Island. Okay, so bucket list. Okay.
It's like the Center Reach area.
Okay, I gotta. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I drive to like Jersey to see you guys like all the time, so it doesn't really matter. Like there's so many promotions out there. You can't get to everything, but you know, I mean, we'll get to that one of these days. One of these days. Oh, okay, awesome.
Cool.
I'll get there. I gotta come see you. But yeah, no, I see Karen all the time at a lot of these shows. I love it. So.
Yeah.
So what caused you to choose the style that you perform in?
It's been like a bit of an experiment. Like I'm always someone that's very carefree, and it's like you don't know till you try. And it's like, you know, when I first started, I used like more like, you know, power moves and submissions and stuff because that's how I was taught. You know, like I'm a bigger girl. You know, I'm 270. A lot of people, I don't look like it to a lot of people, but I am. But I also do workouts, so, you know, I keep it tight, so, you know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, like, I always like to, you know, try new things and change it up. Like, I was, you know, with the all black and, you know, green lipstick, and I was like, you know what? This yellow looks cute. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see if I can do a drop kick. Let me see if I can do a spinning heel kick. Let me, you know, play around with submissions and, you know, mat wrestling. And so, like, you know, I do try to be diverse with it. And especially in the past year, I've been, you know, a little bit more fun too. So I do other things like little stink faces and, you know, little booty moves and stuff. Like, you know, I just try to tap into these different sides of me and see what I could do with it, you know. I'm always ever evolving. Like, you know, who knows? I might like be doing moonsaults and shit next year.
Hey, I love the word evolve because it's definitely true. Because I've seen a lot of characters start one character and them grow into something new, and it's always constantly changing, which I appreciate because, of course, your job is to like get like the fans to get behind you, whether you're a heel or whether you're a baby face or whatever. So I totally respect that. I think I have a completely different perspective of wrestling now, more because of the independent scene, because I think now like I got more involved with a lot of you guys and talking to you and seeing behind the scenes. So I really love the word evolve, and I love to see that you know, like you could change your character and doing all these tests. And you know, I try to stay like positive, and I always tell people like give everything a chance, especially like, could you get into the ring and do this? I know I can't. Like, no way.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, but you know, I think it's just so important because when you think about it, like as a person,
yeah,
you don't stay the same. Like you don't have the same mentality you had when you was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the same mentality from last year. Like you experience things and you grow as a person. So how relatable could you be in wrestling if you stayed the same? If your perspective never changed from a loss,
yeah,
or from, you know, a breakup, or from, you know, winning, you know, your first championship or your 30th championship, like those things change you just like that would have changed you in the real world. So, you know, you have to tap into that. It's all about story and emotion. And it's like, that's how you connect to people.
Yeah.
You gotta
I love it.
real.
That's great. That's a great answer. My girl April's in the chat. You actually seen her. She was at the last IWA show with me when we were doing a lot of those videos as well. She said, what makeup products do you use to keep your makeup together in the ring?
I'm all over the place with it, but depending, I guess, on the environment. And I try to keep my makeup light because, you know, I wear more of a natural look. But it can go anywhere from like, in terms of staying on. Always product is definitely a primer. Like a lot of people do not use primer, face primer, eye primer. It helps a lot. It helps it even just look better when you put it on.
Yeah.
And then in the sometimes category, it's like, if I think it's not too hot or it's super cold in there, I'll do like just a powder.
Yeah.
If I'm like a little scared about it, then I use Urban Decay setting spray all nighter, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it because it kind of starts a little dewy-ish, but then it kind of dries, and then it don't mattify you too much. And then if I'm like, I don't want this to move, like I want this on my face for like a week, I do like an old drag queen trick, and I'll use like hairspray on my face.
Little tricks. I think we're gonna all be teaching each other some stuff. I know Casey Catal was talking about her lashes that they like fall all over the place and they get on like her opponents and as well.
I know that look.
But
I'm just gonna start rocking with the individuals because I went to school for beauty, so it's like I know a little something about makeup, a little shine.
Oh, okay. So when all this is over, we're all going shopping. We're going makeup shopping. I love it.
That's my favorite thing.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna it's gonna be you, me, April, Casey. We're going shopping. We'll get Valentina in. We're going shopping. Let's go. And Riley Madison, she's another one. I love how she does her makeup all the time. I talked about that with her her episode. So much fun. Girl's best friend. Seriously.
I'll bring it up when I meet her.
There you go. There you go. I love what she does. It's great. So who's inspired you while like growing up?
Growing up, I loved like Lita, Trish. I had big love, especially like as a Black woman, for like Jackie and Jazz and them. I love seeing them.
Yeah.
They were like my favorite.
Oh, awesome.
I also Ivory too. I love like all the women. Luna, I loved like her energy too.
Yeah. So crazy. So like, oh my goodness, bringing me back.
I love like those eccentric people because I'm very eccentric in like real life. I'm very like when you get to know me. So.
Oh man, I love it. Okay, so best indie crowd you've worked for.
Woo! I gotta give love to my BWF crowd. Yeah. Like I'm a Bronx girl, so like they give it to me how I need it. Like they just, like I can't have a bad day. I can't stay angry. Like I come out, it just makes me feel so good. Like
it is a great crowd. So much fun. I think I think that was the first time I seen you. Yes, yeah. The first time I seen you was Escape from New York. That's the first Bronx show that I went to. You were there, right?
Oh,
was it that show? Yeah.
For that one.
Yeah.
I was probably there after. I might have been on suspension. So.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that one. Okay, no, because I remember going to the Bronx. There's so many shows that I go to, but I remember. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw you at one of the BWF shows before I saw you at IWA. So I think that's how like I saw you. God, again, like I said, I go to so many shows, I can't remember them all. But I thought it was that one.
Did you see me wrestling Vicky?
Yes,
Vicky,
yeah, I saw you wrestling Vicky.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, like I feel like that feud kind of like continued for a long time because it wasn't just BWF, that it was continual also like IWA as well, which was great.
Yeah.
So. And I love it. It's like, yeah, even the last IWA show where I had like me and Ray were like recording a lot of stuff for the Indie Talks as well. So I remember like I got a bunch of footage with you too, which is on one of the Indie Talks episode. There's a bunch of clips and Karen's in there as well. So I remember you teamed up with JD Alpha. So we've had him on the podcast as well, and he got a lot of crap from everybody. I think all the fan tweets were bashing him about him not playing No Mercy.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Damn it, Alpha! I love that game.
Get on it.
Have our thing. I think like everybody has to have their thing. That's his thing because he's a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I fucks with JD.
I think he's trolling us. He's probably played it, and I think he's trolling us.
He has us in the palm of his hands. He knows we mad at him, and he's just gonna keep poking at it.
Much love to JD Alpha.
Right.
So I love this. I love that we get to talk about this. Let's talk about some intergender matches. So whatever,
Ooh.
like, whatever you want, like, it for the few women that I've had on, it's great because so like you're the third female wrestler that I've had on, and all three of you have been in intergender matches, which I've grown to like completely love. So like favorite intergender match that you've done?
That's so hard because like all of them have these different energies.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my first favorites that I had, one of my earlier ones, was against Brother Greatness.
Oh yes,
At Test of Strength in Connecticut. That was a fun one, especially because he's so small. I was like, believe him the whole time. And I love Bradley to death, but it was really fun to beat the stuff out of him.
I just had Chris Steeler on, and I was talking to him about his last match at the BWF with him and Brother Greatness. He's another one I got to get onto the podcast as well. But we were talking about how like when he threw him into the pole, and then Chris Steeler told me that he told him that it should have been harder, that he should have thrown him hard. I'm like, oh, I was like, my jaw dropped enough as is. Like, how much harder are you gonna throw the poor guy?
Right, like, chill, dude.
But he's another one who's great. He's just like energy, the crowd just like goes nuts, and yeah, so I'm gonna get him onto the show too because he's gonna be a great conversation to have with as well. So
for sure.
Okay, so who haven't you faced in an intergender match that you would love to face?
Damn, I haven't even thought of that.
gotta get you on your toes, man. Like
shoot, I want to. Since we brought up Vicky, I think it would be fun to beat up Nikos. Like I kind of had a little contact with him, but I haven't like had a match with him. So that I feel like that would be a fun one.
Ooh, okay. So, Frank, let's like book this, please. It could continue the feud too, like that kind of like happened at the last show. So, okay, I'm all for this. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I love it. It like I said, it's crazy. You know, we've come a long way, right? Like we've had valets. Like I grew up like a lot of women being valets, and you know now we have more women's wrestling, which is great. And just now we're getting more of intergender matches, so I love it. Like again, like I cringe a little bit because I get nervous, like you know, like guy, like just when you think typical like guy versus girl, that guy's gonna win, right? Because like guy is strong, right? That's just how it is. But I really grew to love.
But you know,
yeah, I really grew to love this. But no, I love it. But even like I was saying, there's not a lot of women out. Like I feel like a lot of women got signed, so we're getting like less in the independent scene. That you know, like I know that I've been seeing a lot. A lot have been signed to like major companies. So I love the fact that like I get to have you guys on. So. More intergender matches. Yeah. Okay, so we have a fan tweet from Bran. He goes, how does it feel to be a prime representative as one of the few plus size women in the wrestling industry?
It's complex. It has its ups and downs to it. It's fun because I don't know, it makes me sound like a bully. It's like I get to throw people around. Yeah. At the most basic level. But it feels really good on a serious note just because so many people come up to me and they're like, yo, like you're mad dope and like, you know, you inspire me. Like, you know, I never thought I could do this because so many people are like, oh, I can't do this. Like I had that mentality too, and like I just believe that you could do whatever you want. And so it makes me feel good to inspire someone to see that you don't have the limitations that you think you have. Like, and I really do try to put on, like, that's why I don't limit myself. And that's why I am diverse with my moveset, because I don't want to limit what it means to be a bigger woman or a powerhouse. Like, I don't just have to be strong. Like, I can be agile. I can be flexible. I can be all of these things too. Like, I can be that all around wrestler. I don't just have to be a dope powerhouse. Like,
right.
You know, who knows what I could pull out. Like, I want to be that, like, I just want to be that bitch. Like, I just want to be, you know, miss everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like,
you're definitely all personality in the ring. It's so entertaining, and like I said, that's so key, you know, for like a fan. Like, I feel very entertained by you, so it's so great. Like, so everybody's loving it in the chat. So thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. So it's crazy, right? Like, what are your thoughts on the growth of the independent scene in the tri-state area since you began wrestling?
it's definitely been cool to expand because, like, when I started, I stayed like at my home promotion, so I was wrestling the same like 3, 4 chicks all the time, every month, and it's been fun to like get to know different people and, like, you know, people who have trained different places and learn different things. You like expand, you know, your learning tree by challenging yourself to work with different people, you know, at different stages of their careers. And, like, you know, now that I've passed my first year, especially, and I'm starting to see this new crop too, it's also fun to, you know, break them in and like help them out. Cause I'm a very motherly person. I'm tough about it. So, you know, some people take it the wrong way. It's like, oh, like, I'm mean. It's like, no, I'm a hard ass. I'm hard on myself, and I'm hard on the people I love. And, you know, I'm hard on anybody that I choose to help, but it's always with love, you know.
Well, that's the way to do it. So we have another fan tweet from our friend Charles. He's another one that he's come to a lot of the BWF shows with me, so he's definitely seen you a bunch. He goes, "What is your dream match, past and present?"
Like, what do they mean, like, past or present?
So I guess like somebody who doesn't wrestle anymore. I would assume that way, like somebody from the past that doesn't wrestle anymore.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe like in their prime, like when they were in like their prime.
I would love to face. uh, now I'm like thinking hard. People I would love to face regardless in both categories. I would have loved to face Bull Nakano, Aja Kong, Manami, Toyota. And I would love to have a match with like Asuka or Charlotte.
Ooh. Like Aja Kong, I'm very big into like AEW and stuff, even though like we haven't seen her in a while. Like she made an appearance for a little bit, or like I thought we would see her a little bit more, but I would love to see that. Ooh. Make it happen, guys. Somebody make it happen. Like, oh, I just got like really excited.
Right? Like, something like I can retire. Like I've achieved something.
Hey, you never know, man. Like you never know. You don't know what's gonna happen. You know, maybe we'll see it AEW one day. So never know. Possibilities.
Never know where I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. So his second part to his question is what hobbies do you like?
Ooh, this is a very quarantine appropriate question.
Yeah.
I've been deep into my crochet. I kind of like, you know, put it down for a while, but I was like, oh, I'm home and I have all this crap, you know, and I can show off my new hook that I got. It's handmade from wood. I don't know if you can see the details, but it's so cute.
I love it.
What else do I do? Definitely love taking naps. I love watching movies. I've been watching a lot of movies and listening to albums. Love listening to music. Yoga. Been taking jogs, reading books, meditation, all that good stuff.
Oh,
and cooking. I'm cooking on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, we were actually, it's funny. Like, I was gonna ask this later, but I mean, I saw you've been going like vegan. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Like, I mean, you're making me hungry with your post. You know, not for nothing. I mean, we were talking about gnocchi yesterday, and like, she got me all excited.
Look, your girl loves to eat. But I don't know, for me, like, I just kind of went like vegetarian overnight, like about 2 years ago. I was actually making some lamb after like a long night, and I had it in the oven, and I was watching like this documentary, and then I fell asleep and I burnt the lamb.
Oh,
wow.
Like,
you know what, this is like probably probably some kind of weird sign. I'm just not gonna eat meat anymore. And then I did that for a
Oh,
while.
wow.
And then I got lazy being on the road, and you get in the car with people and you tell them they're vegetarian, and then they take you to RBs. You know who
Oh.
you are.
Oh.
But it's like those are my buddies. You don't think about it
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're used to like, hey, I like RBs, and it's like, oh, here's a little veggie in the car that's hungry.
Aw.
I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Fuck it, I'll just eat it.
Wow.
But I really enjoyed it. It was really good, for my stomach, and also on a spiritual level. Nothing against, eating meat, but I just enjoyed eating more like veggies and like expanding that.
That's
So
great.
it felt good on my body. So
That's
I'm
good.
going back into it.
Is there any tips like you can tell anybody?
I would say just make what you like. Like, I feel like, we get so focused on like the meat parts of our food, but when you take that away, that's what at most a lot of times 1/3 of your plate, unless you're a person that really just only eats like meat and veggie. Like, you could substitute that with anything that has protein. You could eat lots of leafy greens. You can eat lots of legumes. There's lots of meat substitutes. Like, there's no shame either way you go, because some people are like, no, why would you eat like fake bacon? Just eat the real thing. It's not the same thing, Susan. Let people have things. Let people enjoy their diet the way they want to. If you want to eat real bacon, fake bacon, no bacon, it doesn't matter. Eat what makes you feel good.
There you go. I don't know if I could go vegan. I might be able to go vegetarian. I don't know if I could go full on vegan. So
yeah, I'm making an attempt, but if I rest at vegetarian, I'm like, look, that's where I'm at. Like,
good for
I just
you.
let myself do what I do.
Good for you. No, I definitely been seeing like a lot of your posts with that, so it's definitely like I was like, ooh, so we gotta talk about this or a little bit. So, but I saw you've been also posting a lot about movies as well. So you've been doing like movie night pretty much like back to back.
Yeah, I tried to. I try to keep my day going. Because like when the first 2 weeks it was like crap, I was just like napping all day and like bullshitting, because it's like I had all this stuff to do and now I'm at home.
Yeah.
But I try to keep myself stimulated and moving around with like different things. And I enjoy watching movies. I used to download all kind of Japanese movies and give my mom's computer viruses back in the day. So it's just like, I'm trying to get back into, the things that I haven't had much time for, between school, 2 jobs, wrestling all over the place.
It's a lot. It's a lot. No, definitely. So there's another question in chat from April. She said, are there any promotions outside of New York City that you would like to work?
I'm making my way up. I have my eye on some things. It's been a goal for me to get to Limitless, Beyond, and Chaotic. So when things get back, I hope to work towards that.
Definitely shows I want to go see. There's like my own bucket list of places that I want to see. So hopefully I'll see you there. Definitely want to see. Love it. Love it. So many great promotions. It's great. So who in the independent circuit have you not had the opportunity to wrestle but still would love to wrestle?
I had a match scheduled with Riley Shepard at Outlaw before the Rona hit, and then it hit. So that'd be cool to get that opportunity. At an independent level, who else? I'm like trying to think like who's considered independent anymore, because like you said, like like everybody's getting signed.
There's so many. It's
yeah, I'm like
I always say I'm like the queen of the indies, but like, and then it's like sometimes like somebody will pop up with a name and I'm like, who's that? And I'm like, I said, just being like New York and like keeping tabs with New York and New Jersey, but never mind the fact of like all over the place. It's like impossible. But I love finding like new names as well. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. It's like I'll probably think of more people later.
Okay, well if you think names come to your head, let us know. So who like in the independent circuit should like everybody keep like an eye on though? Like in your thoughts.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I love hearing like new names, like definitely. So sometimes when I find new promotions and like if I know one of the wrestlers, like I'll tag them and like hopefully like they'll tag the other person so I see who they are so I can like learn a little bit more. So I love asking you guys like who else should people keep an eye on?
Damn. You know, because it's like you don't want to be shady.
Oh, sorry.
Like, why you ain't saying me? It's like,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's skip the question.
No, it's like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause some people get all sensitive.
Everybody. Okay, let's just put everybody.
I'm like, yo, like, chill. Like, get your own problem. Let me try to think of somebody that maybe you don't know.
Ooh, okay.
Can I think of a woman? Shit.
See, even Max said in the chat, that's the best thing about indie wrestling is discovering new people. Definitely is.
Yeah, it's like, you know. And I'm trying to think of like a woman too.
Yeah. Yes, give us some more ladies so we can get them on the podcast. Like, that'd be great.
Right, who have I faced? Ah, crap. So hard. I guess, you know what? You probably have heard of her, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Masha.
Yes.
Masha's
great. Yes.
Because she's in Japan right now doing her thing. So
that's so awesome.
Give her a shout.
That's so awesome.
Even though, you know, that may not be new for you or anyone else.
Yeah, no, me, like, you know, like I know some of these names, but it's great for people like, again, like are still learning about independent wrestling. And, you know, that's the whole point of me doing these Under the Ropes and indie talks is like, I want to be an advocate of independent wrestling. So I love it. I have so much joy of going to the shows and it's so intimate and, you know, the relationships and the stories and it's great, you know, interaction that I wanted to bring this to like my fan base to all you guys. So this is why I always push like, oh, okay, like check this person out. Like I really like them in the ring or I like whatever it is that I like promos or whatever the story is like I like people that I bring onto the podcast, so I want to share this with everybody that's out there. So Jimmy's in the chat. Jumbo Man, I'm sure you know him, he's a referee as well. He said she's such a great worker. So I love it. Okay, so I asked everybody this because I love to hear the story. What's the craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention? This is my infamous question. My infamous question I ask everybody.
Like in person?
Yeah, like we've heard stories about pizza being thrown at them, babies been given to them. We've heard things of crazy DMs asking for socks. We've heard a lot of crazy stuff. We've heard good stuff too. We've heard bad stuff. So whatever you want to tell us, but you know, I like to hear the stories.
Well, it's mostly the DMs and stuff because people ain't crazy enough to try to get crazy on me in person. I squish a bitch for real, but all the fans are cool and I'm always easy to catch. So
yeah,
nothing really happens crazy at like shows, but like I've had like people hit me up like giving me options of like weird things, like trying to get me to be like a dominatrix to them. So they're like, oh, like I'll do whatever you tell me. Like I'll either eat soap or like wear a diaper, and like you just let me know. And I'm like, what? Okay.
Oh man.
I low key wonder. And I'm like, that might be kind of fun. Like if you want to do that, like it doesn't involve me. So like if it will make you happy, I don't know, maybe eat the sock. I don't know. But I just say nah. That might get kind of dark, so I'll just like leave it unread.
Okay. Oh yeah. Some crazy people out there with the DMs, but
look, hey, I'm saying
whatever you're into, guys. Like
yeah, like, I'm not king shaming or anything. I'm just, you know, I'm not gonna participate. I
wonder if people actually entertain some of these like DMs, like some of these crazy DMs that you guys get. Like, it would be interesting. I would love to see somebody trolling back.
I'm really thinking about it, so I might let you know.
She's like, I'm gonna troll somebody back now and come back to you and give you a crazy story.
Yeah. Like, why can't you fight back. It's like we deal with this crap all the time. Like, there's but so much you can just sit and just look at this like, what the hell? Like, like sometimes you want to say something back.
It's funny because I get my own crazy DMs, and it's funny because I have a lot of friends. They're like, troll back, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. Like, I just can't stomach it. I definitely can't troll back. It would be funny. Like, I should just give like my account to like somebody else. Here, you can troll them. I can't do it. Some crazy stuff. Okay, so what was one of the biggest piece of advice that a wrestler's given you?
I'm trying to remember how they said it, but I guess what a lot of people say is that you're always like green. And I think that's so important because things always change, and it goes back to evolution. Like, always be open, and don't think that somebody can't teach you anything. I feel like people can either teach you the right way to do something or the wrong way to do something, or even just a different way to do something that isn't necessarily better or worse. Like, you can always learn from people. Like, I see so many people close themselves off so early, or they only listen to one person, they only do the way that they're comfortable. Right. No, like, absorb things, try it. There's no harm in trying something. If the way they say it don't work for you, okay, it didn't work. Like, you gave 5 minutes to try it. You gave 5 minutes to entertain, an idea. Give ideas chances. Give, people a chance. Like, somebody may suck in the ring and may be the most brilliant person. They may be great and give you horrible advice. Someone who's new could have a fucking light bulb moment, and someone, who's very, experienced may have their faults at some places. Like, just be receptive to things,
Definitely. Love that piece of advice.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing to keep in-ring shape during this pandemic?
Well, I have like, my little 3-part system to approaching workouts. I definitely want to get more flexible because I've been having issues with my hamstrings because I tend to lift heavy, and I was prioritizing that when the gyms were still open. So I was like, I want to add flexibility work. Even though I do yoga, but I'm really adding like deep stretching to the yoga. Then I like to, do runs and walks and stuff. So I'm doing actually like a 5K training program, and I go to the boardwalk by my house and, jog for like 30 minutes. And then I have like cardio tapes at home that I use as well. So I do really short workouts, just not to kill myself because, this has been a good time to like recoup my body too. So it's like, I don't want to kill myself, but, I also want to kind of, give myself a varied approach and like be very diverse with, my body as well.
That's great. Nah, I love it. Yeah, I've been seeing some of your workouts. It's so great. Like, I love that you can go down to the beach and like go run around in like the boardwalk, get some air. And, I thought about that too with a lot of people that been injured. So it's like now it's a good time for them to like heal their body of them not in the ring right now, because you guys take a lot to your body.
Woo. If it ain't something, it's something else. I was hurt. Like, I was still going, but I was hurt. So I feel much better.
That's good. That's good. So I'm glad to hear that. So we have a fan tweet from Chris. I actually want to hear this. What's on your workout playlist?
Ooh, child. It is so random. Like, I used to be that person that was like, oh, like I have to listen to like really upbeat stuff. So like when I had like a definitive workout playlist, it was always mostly like early 2000s and like 90s rap and stuff, like 50 Cent type stuff, G-Unit, Jada, like Jay, all of that stuff, like Nelly, Luda. They just had their little battle, like just all that like stuff that I was like listening to in middle school, like throwback jams, 106 and Park type shit. Mm-hmm. But nowadays I just really could like listen to anything. Like, I'm a weirdo. Like, sometimes I listen to nothing. Sometimes I listen to like rain sounds or like waves or like podcasts too. But I've been like listening to like FK Twig, like Black Sabbath, Fleetwood Mac, like
I love it.
All kind of
random. I love
Baby
it.
Luda, Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I'm super random. Like,
No,
I'm
that's
a
good.
music lover.
I love it, especially when I drive to all these shows. Like, my playlist is all over the place, so I feel you. So you'll go to like a Spanish song, and then you'll go to a slow song, and then you'll go to like somebody's wrestling theme, or so it's all over the place.
Yes. Those are the best car rides.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. April said, "Yo, she's on point with the meditation life."
Look, because you be wanting to stop a hoe, but that meditation just brings it back. Like, it brings you to that zen place of like, I'm a bad bitch and I just don't need to stress about it.
There you go. Oh man, are you playing any video games during the pandemic? I mean, I know you've been watching a lot of movies. Are you into the games or?
I am. I just got off of Tekken 7.
Ooh. Gotta get on that.
Yes, when I was a kid, I sucked at like fighting games. I was like a button masher OD, but now like I'm starting to try to get the mechanics, and it's so dope. Like now that I'm actually like trying to get nice with it, and I've also been trying to like get over my fear because I love horror movies, but like with horror games, I feel like I'm in the game, so I get like anxiety and I'm like hitting myself in the face with the remote and screaming. But I've been trying to play Resident Evil 2. And I'm getting my ass beaten at.
Oh man.
And Final Fantasy, my love.
Oh yes.
Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Eight's my favorite though. I know like everybody loves 7. I love 8. 8's like my favorite. They remastered it as well, so I have that too. I gotta finish that. Like I have it. I'm all over the place with stuff. You gotta...
7 is dope. I didn't get to play it as a kid. I'm like, was I too young for that? I'm like, or maybe I didn't have that system. My first one was 10, and I still love that one.
Oh yeah. I'm a big Dr. Mario girl. Even now, like I still sit, like I can sit there for like hours and be like obsessed with it. So you got to check out Dead by Daylight. That's one of my favorites that I'm always playing, but I rage to. It's another kind of like horror game as well. So, but I'm always raging and want to throw the controller. It's so bad. But I love the fact also that you've been crocheting. So I saw you made a shirt. I'm so jealous. I can't do nothing, man. I think I made a little hat once, but I had the ring, and then I went that way and I crocheted it. So I cheat. I can't do it like how you did. But I saw your little cute top that you had going on the other day that you posted. So
yay. It's a journey because I could not make stuff before. Like I was crocheting like a year back. Like I just picked it up and just actually finally finished a project after a year. So
okay.
It takes time. Like, and it's still a little big because I'm working on clothing. Because you can make so much shit with like crochet, but it's like I personally want to make clothing because I used to love like fashion design and I sew as well and I make my own gear. So like I'm still getting the sizing right with crochet because it's so like individual to like how you hold the yarn,
right?
How it's gonna come out. So
you make your own gear? I didn't know that. You make your own gear, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so awesome. I did not know that. That's so cool. Was it a pain in the butt to like do, or?
Yes, like I would pull all-nighters to do it because in terms of like labor, like from start to finish between getting like however many yards of fabric, cutting it out, cutting like the patterns out, each piece could take like 8 hours to make.
Wow.
Like, of course, there's for me, just because I'm a new sewer,
right?
If that's the right seamstress, I guess, as well. And then I'm also like easily distracted, so like I'll put the music on and start dancing, and then 2 hours pass. I'm like, God damn it, I have to go to work conversation.
That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. Oh wow. Even April said she loves your gear. It's mad cute. It is definitely cute.
Thank you. You're mad cute.
Jimmy asks, Xbox or PlayStation 4?
PlayStation 4.
All right, cool.
Bro.
Yes, PlayStation. He's got both. I mean, like, I got PlayStation 4 too, so I definitely.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the Xbox, but come on, PS the OG. Like, don't even play like that. I'm joking.
That's great. That's definitely great. Okay, so what's the long-term goal?
The long-term goal for me is like, I want to make this the way that I pay my bills. Like I want to make this a viable career. Like, yes, the hustle and bustle and the side jobs is cute, but this shit get tiring. Like, having to constantly like ask somebody off for work to go here and do there and stuff. Like, it's tired. Like, I just want to make my schedule. I want to get up and go. I want to get out of bed for whatever amount of money. Like,
right.
because working for somebody, it's ghetto. Like, supervisor's ghetto, 9 to 5's ghetto. Like, I just know, like, I wasn't made for this. I'm too disobedient. I'm too disrespectful. I don't like customer service. Like, I'll be nice to people. I'm not a mean person, but these customers get out of pocket. Like, these clients, like, I'm just not gonna take it.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm not going for that. I get pulled into the office so much because I don't play that shit. Like, you're not gonna do it, sweetie. You're not gonna do it with me.
They're all screaming preach in the chat right now, so they love it. Okay, so I have one last question. If you guys have any more questions, drop them in the chat. But my final question to you, to all inspiring and amateur wrestlers out there, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
Woo! That could be a whole podcast.
Hey! It's great because we have a lot of fans that like maybe they want to train or get into school. So it's definitely, something that has been asked to me to ask the wrestlers. So I love to ask this question.
Woo! I'll try not to go too long. With
No,
that.
you're good. However, go for it, girl. You're good.
Like, not that I'm anybody, like, I ain't nobody's trainer or nothing, but I would say be prepared to suffer. That was like one of the first lessons I was given by my trainer. You gotta be prepared to eat shit for this. Like, nobody gonna hand you shit. It don't matter how good you are, how good you think you are, what you think you deserve. Like, it's business at the end of the day. Like, you have to be persistent. You got to be on your P's and Q's. And you got to be constantly willing to go that mile to close the gap, between you and anybody else. Like, you got to be a hustler, too. You got to, like, this shit is not easy to do. It takes a lot of investment, to even start. Just to even pay for training, to get your gear, to get this, to get that. Like, it takes time to build up, Be humble, be kind, try to believe in best intent with people. Like, you're gonna come into locker rooms with people, and like, the beautiful thing about wrestling is that it unites people from all walks of life. And you're not going to agree with everybody. Your personality won't agree with everybody. Brush it off. I don't, I approach everything with a smile. I hit you with the, okay, sweetie. And I keep it pushing. Oh, I said hi, you ain't say nothing? Dust, paid it, keep it pushing. I don't let these chicks, these dudes bother me. I stay real to me. I stay true to me. And I keep it real. I would also say, just try to think of it professionally. People get too caught up in the personal. People shit where they eat too much. People just kiki with everybody too much. Know what you're here to do and focus on that. Like, I'm to the point where, like, and again, like, I'm a person, and I tell everybody, you can always come to me. You can always talk to me. I will always help you. I'm not a chick that's not going to help another chick because I don't want to see you get better than me. Like, please do. I would rather somebody get signed than nobody get signed. And I would never sabotage nobody, for that. But, not everybody is like that. So know who got you, know who your people are, and protect yourself and your energy otherwise. Know what's business and know what's real, because people let the business shit get in their head, and you let that be the determinant in your friendships and your dating and let that be that. Let everything else be everything else, and that's it. Just be professional, be humble, work hard, take care of your body, get insurance, please.
Yeah.
Please save your money, please. Please.
Yeah. It's a great advice.
There's so much shit.
Yeah, it's great advice. I love it. Everybody's got different, advice that they give. So I appreciate that. And get insurance. I love it because I hear stories too. And insurance.
Okay.
So important. You just don't
Please.
know. So take care of yourself. I love it. I love it. So, oh man, Karen, you're the best. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait for this to be over so I can come see all you guys. Like, I miss you all. I miss making signs and screaming with my peeps in the front row, causing havoc. We gotta get you in the next. We gotta get you in the next IWA show. I'll be there doing some footage, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And I think it was TJ earlier. We were talking about BWF, and I was like, oh well, I'll be there front row when you guys come back. So I'll definitely be there. But
Yes. I know we're hoping for August with, IWA and July for BWF. So, I can't wait to see it.
Fingers crossed, yes. I hope soon. I can't. Like, I miss you guys. I miss wrestling. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's just
that brings up, two people, too. I gave Greatness my shout out. BWF Cruiserweight, and my boy Dominic De Niro,
yes.
The heavyweight champion over there too. So
another great one.
At BWF. So
I try to get everybody on. It's hard. It's like now it's great because I everybody has the time to do stuff. So I'm trying to, but I have so many different podcast guys that I do that I'm trying to get as many wrestlers and everybody onto the podcast. So I will get to everybody. So
you one person, don't even.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of you, boo boo.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, again, like I said, with all the podcasts that I have on the network, it's a lot. But I appreciate you guys so much. And guys, go check her out. Like, there's YouTube videos. It's so great with all the apps, man. I love it. Guys, we're also partnered with Power Slam TV. So make sure you go use the code NOHOLDSFREE for a 1-month trial. So you might be on there, Karen. Like, I don't know. I gotta go search you up like after this podcast. I'm sure you're on there. So I've been like searching some people up on it. So I love it. So you have that option with Power Slam TV that you can just like type somebody's name up and then it'll just like pop up all the shows that they're on. So
that's dope. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely great. There's so many great shows. I love it. I was checking out UWA the other night. I wasn't very familiar with them, so I got to check that out. So guys, go check it out. So
that's cool. Yes, y'all check it out. Now you can catch me. IGs, the Twitters.
Yes.
BamBam the belly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go give her a follow. She's great. I have her merch in the link below. It's so cute, your shirt. I love it.
Thank you.
I actually tweeted Pro Wrestling Tees today because I was like, we need some tank tops. Like, I can't, like, the shirts, like, I'm always pulling and I'm cutting everybody's shirt that I buy, and I feel bad, and it sucks because I don't want to ruin the logos if I cut into a V-neck. So hopefully Pro Wrestling Tees can turn into some female lady tank tops, okay? Not the unisex ones because my bra is all hanging out.
Right.
And I don't struggle. Listen, as a female going to these shows, no. I don't need that all.
My chichos all over the place, like cover it up.
Yeah, I don't need to be attacked any more than I do in the DMs.
Look, relatable.
Yeah, you know, so definitely. But Karen, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. Again, I love you. I appreciate you. Love women wrestling. It's so great. So you kill it. You kill it. I'll be there. I'll be rooting for you, definitely. So, guys, go get some love.
Thing, Mama.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Of course. Good luck
with it.
I love it. But guys, make sure you go give some love. Go buy some merch. Go check her out on the apps and the YouTubes and all that. And go see. You're gonna love her. I love her to death. So, but. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, Tiffany, the queen of the indies, the heartbreak chick. Oh, man. So we will see you soon. Bye, guys.